an architect. I'm also an architect. I'm also an architect.
Just like you pretend to be.
Honda, start the game.
Hello, Cave family. We hope you're feeling fine. It's time to learn about the art of design.
Man, I'm bumping into stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Caveman, clap, clap.
Emerging through a vacuum pipe from the shop room. No one will be permitted close at the time.
Caveman,
For like all
caveman,
projects, the scientific goals and results of
caveman,
are to be available to everyone.
Art Vandalay. What the hell? Okay. Alright. I did goof up on this. Let me see. How do I make this go away? I might have a button for this. Hey, I do. What do you know? I just happen to have the right button to make that go away. That is beautiful. It's a thrill to see all of you tonight, but we must introduce the man of the hour. He's not the son of the Yellow King. You got the wrong color. He's the Blue Prince, and he's got the blueprint for a great night. Ladies and gentlemen, it is and could only be none other than Pepito!
Never seen that.
Yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. Give it to me straight, Pepito. No fronting, no games. We're here for truth and truth only. The world needs to know. How are you?
So good.
Beautiful. Julia Childs. Sample
Out of this world.
in the mix. Ooh, and an out of this world. That means you're really feeling great. And,
Out of this world.
yes, sir. I see in the chat it says Dark Farts, and then it says plus 450. Watch streak reached. Oh,
Dark Farts.
it says Dark Farts is on a 25 stream streak. Incredible. Pepito, can we give Dark Farts a round of applause? Beautiful. I knew we could.
We love it.
This has been a lot of times. Caveman News is a perilous show. I mean, we're Dafu, we're dangerous, and also fucked up. But I think it is not acknowledged enough how perilous it is to do this show. Sometimes it is hanging on by a thread, but we did hang on, Pepito. We are here. We have survived. And what do you think about that?
We've come a long, long way together.
Through the bad times and the good. You've come a long way, baby. That always makes me, well, because it always makes me think of Virginia Slims, the lady cigarettes, the real thin ones. Because my grandma used to have a pack of playing cards that were Virginia Slims ones, and they said, "You've come a long way, baby," on the back of them. I thought those were so sick. I loved those. I was
Skinny
thinking
cigs.
I was thinking we need to do another cigarettes episode because that was really early in the Caveman News Pantheon, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the right word is, but it was early. It was early in the creation of this show that we did cigarettes, and I feel like that's a topic we could return to. There's so many cigarette stories out there. Darkfred says my gram was a Misty 120s girl. Lol, long as
Ooh,
hell.
Misties.
Absolutely. The ladies love long cigarettes. The longer and thinner
Skinny's
you can get
longer.
them. I remember when I worked at my grandpa's warehouse, if I ever was out of cigarettes, the only other person there that smoked was a lady in the office named Michelle, and she had Virginia Slims, so I'd have to go bum a Virginia Slim from Michelle, and I felt so weird. They were so strange, much different than the Winstons that I was used to.
My friend Devin Van
Well, hang on.
Kuren, his mother.
Are you playing something?
Well, I had to open up the chat and I forgot to silence my phone before.
Oh, okay.
All
I
is
gotcha.
fixed. My friend Devin, his mom used to smoke these cigarettes that were rolled out of leaves,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and they were called beaties.
Yes, beaties, of
and they
course.
sucked.
Hey, I mean, when you're a fiend for that tobacco, it is something. Let's do a quick check-in with Assistant Director Cobra. Beautiful. He's doing great.
New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico.
Darn cat!
That darn cat. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Absolutely. That's a motto I live by. What's your motto, Pepito?
Sip 'em if you got 'em.
Sip 'em if you got 'em. Big sips, of course. What do we have? Shrimp?
Oh, a cinnamon roll.
What about a cinnamon roll?
Damn. I have the biggest cinnamon roll in my refrigerator right now.
Oh, wow.
You want to see it? Let me
Sure.
get it real quick.
Okay. I'll hold down the fort. Pepito has gone to the Cave TV refrigerator. That's up on the... Wait, no, that's down on the second floor of the Cave TV studios. So he'll be right back. And I guess in the... Oh, beautiful. Let's see this. Let's see the cinnamon roll that you just got from the Cave TV studio refrigerator. Glad Doreen didn't eat it. Wow. Was that like a doily it's on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like this really beautiful lace type paper.
And
Doily.
the Cave TV HR representative in the chat says, bigger than Frontier, certainly not badder. I've never had the Frontier cinnamon roll. Have you?
Yeah. They heat them up for you.
Oh, they do? Wow. Baxter also says,
Yeah.
nothing beats the cinnamon rolls we used to get at Pecos River Cafe.
Wow.
Yes, I haven't lived, I suppose. But there's still time. Give me some time. I promise to get smarter. But the Pecos River Cafe, Pepito, you remember that?
Yeah, Julia Roberts' famous stomping grounds.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one that was in the old Pizza Hut?
Yes.
Okay, I
By the
remember going to
McDonald's.
eat there, and you could just tell that it was a Pizza Hut. It was like
Yeah.
a real Pizza Hut ass building. Wonderful, beautiful.
Go
Papi-
off, Dark Farts.
Absolutely.
She's gonna be making cinnamon rolls tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Closed a couple of years ago, says Cave TV HR. I didn't know it was still around up until a few years ago. That is very sad to see it go. I was gonna say I remember a meal I ate there, but I really can't. I do not recollect it. But Pepito, do you remember
Yes.
mere days ago, you and I did the little half episode on our Patreon where we closed out talking about radio last week's episode, and we previewed this week's episode. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was laughing because of KTV HR's funny Pizza Hut architecture.
Absolutely. See, this is the architecture episode, so of course we're talking about old Pizza Hut buildings and how you can tell.
And like the fast food places in higher end cities that have to assimilate and be part of like the way their city code is, like
Oh yeah.
they can't look uniform, they have to blend in or something.
Right. They can't be the outstanding ones, I guess. The freaks. They'll make the city look bad. Yes. But Pepito,
Yes.
we did that little bonus episode on our Patreon, free, of course, just so nobody is up in arms about us price gouging. We did a show on our free Patreon where we previewed this upcoming episode, and if you'll recall, I told you that on this week I was going to have a game for you to play. And
Yes.
you pinky
And I had to
swore
beat-
that you would respect the rules of this game and there would be no cheating allowed. Do you remember this? You still stand by the contract?
Yes.
The pinky contract? Okay. Beautiful. Well, I would like to get started on that. And first off, I do have a question for you, Pepito. What do you know
Yes.
about the Ramones?
They want to be sedated.
Absolutely. How about the members of the...
They're tall.
They're
super
tall. I'm
skinny.
talking about names of members in the band, the Ramones.
You know, Dee Dee and Johnny.
Okay. That's it?
I think so.
Okay. So you know 2 members of the Ramones. Pepito,
Yes.
I went to Wikipedia and I looked at former members of the Ramones. And I found out that there have been 8 members of the Ramones. And tonight, I would like to ask you if you can recognize who's...
Whoa, sorry.
Okay, the point of this game is I want you to recognize if these people are real Ramones or fake
Okay.
Ramones.
The known Ramones.
Okay, welcome to the known Ramones. Contestant Pepito.
Wow.
I'm going to give you a name of a Ramone, and you have to tell me, is this a real Ramone or one that the staff here at Cave TV, mostly myself and producer Nico, came up with? Are you up for this challenge?
Very much so.
Okay, here we go.
The unknown Ramone.
Let's go for our first one. The Ramone for you to have a verdict on is Pepito. Is there a Ramone named Donnie Ramone?
Yes.
Falso. Sorry, no. You struck out.
Dang.
We'll get to we'll get to more of them later on. I'm gonna keep those sporadic throughout the show. But you're down one. You're at negative. Actually, let me get the whiteboard out, and let's just keep this official. All right, Pepito, you're at -1. All right, excellent. What do you think? Should we just start the show?
Start the show.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, what happened to the Ramones?
That's okay. I was thinking I could drop ones sporadically throughout the show. Like, we can make this last all episode. I give you one, a minute or two in the future, I may be like, oh, let's throw another one. And boom, we'll go into it.
Sprinkle some Ramone in here.
Yeah. The Known Ramones is a game that will be played throughout the episode. All right, let's go.
Start the. If I was in the chat, I would be saying, "Start the show."
I know you
So,
would.
Start the show.
Okay. All right, boots off, everybody.
We're cavemen.
Tonight, I've got the Simpsons Vans. There's the right shoe, and it has the OG Simpsons. Back when Homer talked like this. So, those are the boots that are off tonight. Dark Fart says, Icy Wiener. Do you think that's a Ramone?
I think she was making fun of me not knowing the answer.
I don't think she was making fun of you. Trust me. I think you would be made fun of if you could name all 8 Ramones off the top of your head without cheating. That's what is truly worthy of ridicule. But we're here to talk about architecture, Pepito. Are you excited about architecture?
Yeah. Oh, very much. So I was just thinking of Santa's Little Helper episode of the very first season of Simpsons. When they get the dog.
Hang on. I'm sorry, Pepito. I was just trying to keep up with the chat. Cave TVHR says we're all scratching our heads at Ramones names here in the chat. And I'm not sure what that means, but maybe that means they're really invested in this game. But architecture. You said something about Santa's Little Helper?
Yeah, the first season.
Right.
Like when they get Santa's Little Helper. That's a cute episode.
That's Boots talk though. We're on to architecture now, Pepito. Don't you know?
Time for architecture.
Absolutely. Do you have any favorite architecture? In Carlsbad or abroad? I know you have traveled outside this city a few times.
Carlsbad architecture. Like downtown, there was this antique mall. Or there's a few, and they're all like 2-story.
There's a what? A mall?
Like antique malls on downtown street.
Okay. And that was your...
They're like 2-story.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
I don't get out much.
cool.
I do my pet sitting jobs. I go to my house, and I come here to the Cave TV studio. That's most of my life. I have not been venturing out around Carlsbad too much lately. Real homebody, real studio body. But the Cave TV HR did mention earlier that they hope that we mention their favorite their favorite architecture in Carlsbad, and I hope we stumble across it. But let's start. Okay, the reason we decided to do architecture this week was inspired by the discussion had in the Caveman News Discord, where people were talking about the rumor that the Carlsbad High School was actually built off of plans for a college in Carlsbad, California, and the plans got sent. There was a mix-up. That's the rumor. You've heard that rumor, right?
Yeah. I remember people saying that.
Yeah, for sure. And just that discussion got me thinking and deciding that we should really get to the bottom of it. We should learn about the...
In Carlsbad High School in California, there's this famous gap there. Like for
Okay.
skateboarding.
A cat for skateboarding?
Gap. Like.
Oh, gap. Yeah. Right.
Carlsbad High School gap.
Have you done it?
I wish.
Hey, there's still time, man. The sun has not set on Pepito's storied skating career. But I want to talk about the building of Carlsbad High School. And first, Pepito. Elvis Ramone.
No.
Again, that's another false. There was an Elvis Ramone. So
Elvis is everywhere, man.
he is. All right, you're at -2. That's respectable.
He's even a Ramone.
Hey, you don't know the Ramones yet. That is some Thrasher stuff. Cave TVHR, I do agree. But back to talking about the Carlsbad High School. It was built in 1962. And I have a picture of the original plans for the Carlsbad High School. Now, where is that? It is... Here we go. All right. I like this. You got a little extension on the main building there. I mean, that's all they're really... This is the proposal in 1961 about what the main building of the high school could potentially look like. I like that one. It kind of looks like the ground rises up to meet the wall, doesn't it? Or is that just me?
The ground, right? Oh, at the center, like it's a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's not a huge drop off.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that's what's depicted there. And I guess we'll return to that. So, to answer the question, Cave TVHR talks about how they hung me off the wall by my ankles, and that was a really sad day for me. But let's go on. So the question is, was Carlsbad High School supposed to be a college in Carlsbad, California, and there was just some mix-up at the factory, kind of like the Oops All Berries, Crunch Berries type thing, you know, one of them classic factory mix-ups. And I will say, I am sorry to report that that rumor is false. Oh my gosh, hang on. We got, I keep getting distracted, as always, but Cave TVHR has one in the chat, so let's go again. Ricky Ramone. Let me just hang on. Let me check. Okay, I'm gonna give that one to you. No, there was not a Ricky Ramone. So you're at -1. Actually, I should do it like this. I should do wrong, right. There we go. Okay, I'm tired of that heartbeat. What is this?
Who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Garlic
Okay.
with her big cinnamon toast twist.
And yes, the rumor Cinderoni is sadly false. In fact, it was always planned to be a palace for educating the youth of Carlsbad. And actually, I have the figures here. In 1961, I believe it was, the city passed a bond issue to provide a budget for building a new high school, because back in the day, yes, Cave TVHR, a palace for smoking cigarettes behind. Oh my gosh, the cigarettes I've had behind that main building. But the bond issue, see, previous to 1962, there was one high school here in Carlsbad, and it was located at what is now the PR Leva. And their idea was, let's build a new high school, a senior high school. That's
different.
Huh?
Cinderoni's comment: cigarettes at CHS just hit different.
They truly did. I remember ducking behind the main building to have a smoke and walking back to my class. It was a lab. It was Chihuahuan Desert Lab, and I just walked back in all casual after sneaking out to smoke a cigarette. And this nerdy dude who was in my class goes, "Were you just smoking a cigarette?" And that was the first time I realized, wait, people can smell this on me. And that was a real game changer. I did not like being called out. But anyway.
Wait.
What?
Baxter says, love CHS. Caveman born. Caveman bred. And when I die, I'll be a caveman dead.
Absolutely. 100%. So they wanted to make a... I was a bad boy. They wanted to make a new senior high school for 11th and 12th graders, and they approved a budget for building this new high school, and the budget was $1,950,000, and that is in 1961 money, which adjusted for inflation today would be $21,383,582.21. So just a huge, ridiculous budget, and that's why it's so expansive. I mean, a similar type of thing happened, I'm sure you recall, in the last year or so. They had the huge renovations at Carlsbad High School here, and they built the new... Have you seen the new, the field house for the jocks out at the football stadium?
Yes, I have. I saw the video on
it's
YouTube.
So crazy. And of course they're also doing a really big multimedia room and everything. I hope the Caveman News that they're doing at the high school is spectacular these days. I haven't seen any. But yeah, they got this huge budget, and hang on, I gotta get my magnifying glass. It is imperative. Okay, because I thought this was really interesting. They had a plan for phase 2. That was just the budget for phase 1 of building the high school. And in phase 2, they planned to build a cafeteria, which they did, PE gymnasium, a swimming pool, the natatorium that we all love, and then they were planning to build a graphic arts printing shop. That would have been amazing. I want to say I would have loved to have a graphic arts print shop at the high school when I was growing up, but at that time I didn't have the confidence to do visual art. I thought I would never be good. I looked at the art people like Pepito did, his drawings and everything, and I thought I could never compare. So I didn't really start making visual art and painting and drawing until I was like 27. It was kind of ridiculous, but having
Credit it all to Mr. Michalski.
Yep.
He was my mentor.
There was
In
another
those years.
Huh?
He was one of my biggest art mentors in those years.
Oh yeah. Cave TV
We had
HR.
a
Huh?
Wait, Cave TV HR what? Oh, she did. She did. We developed photos in
You
that
know who
class.
Cave TV HR is? I didn't know it was a woman. I've been wondering who this mystery person is. That's cool.
Yeah, very cool,
Dark Part says the idea of a school pool is blowing my mind. Dark Parts, have you seen the natatorium, the pool that was actually built at Carlsbad High School? That is so impressive. I'm still awestruck that we had that. It is so cool. Oh my gosh, time is running out. We need to move on. But the other thing they wanted to build in phase 2 was a rifle range and a vault. And I gotta say, that is insane. I'm glad they didn't have a rifle range at school. That doesn't sound great. And the other thing they were planning to build is a Vogue shop, VOAG. Have you heard of that?
What
Vogue.
did you say?
VOAG.
No.
Okay. I had to dig around and I found out it's vocational agricultural. So, VOAG. VOAG. Vocational agricultural. Pretty interesting. I don't know. Here's the biggest thing about the building of CHS that really blew my mind. Pepito. Sea Hill.
Yeah.
We know it. We love it. It's the backbone of the community, truly. But before the high school was there, Sea Hill had a different name because it wasn't a Sea Hill yet. Do you have any guesses about what Sea Hill used to be called before the high school was there?
Werewolf.
No. Werewolf Hill is different.
Oh. Different. My bad. Well, I don't know. What was it called?
TV Hill.
What?
I like it. I like TV Hill. Ramones Hill says KTVHR, which just reminds me, maybe it's time. Let's go again. All right. Let's look at one. Okay.
Pop, pop. Blitzkrieg, pop.
Choo Choo Ramone.
Choo choo, choo choo, triple gear, whoa, whoa. Whoa, triple gear, no.
Okay. Pepito says no. And that is unfortunately correct. That's one I was really proud of. I thought there was a possibility that... Okay, let's stop that heartbeat. I thought there was a possibility I would trip you up with that one and you would think that there was a Choo Choo Ramone. Because I think it sounds plausible. I mean, you got a DD Ramone. Why can't there be a Choo Choo Ramone? What does Cinderoni say? Dead Man's Hill?
I can't.
What? You can't what?
Why can't my name be Choo Choo?
Hey, that Choo Choo Pepito Choo Choo Cave. Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful. You're doing big on the
Can if you
on
want it
the
to be.
known Ramones quiz so far, Pepito. Okay.
One Ramon.
Here's an
One
interesting
game.
thing about the building of the high school that I. Oh wait, no, this is different.
The story of a girl.
Yep. It's complicated because there are a few local architects in Carlsbad that had their fingers in a lot of buildings and building plans, and the building of CHS was done by Kern, Smith, and what is that guy's name? Oh, Kern, Smith, and Durham Associates. That was the architecture firm that won the bid to build CHS. And
Corn Freak _
hey,
2005
Corn
has entered the
Freak!
chat.
There he is! The Corn Freak! Welcome, Kirby.
Yeah, I can hear you, Clem Fandang.
Yes. Well, since Kirby's here, let's go one more on our game that we're playing, the known Ramones. All right, Pepito. Next up,
Oh no. What?
CJ Ramone.
Yes. I just feel
Wow.
like that. I've heard. Yes.
I had never heard that. I was shocked that there was a CJ Ramone. Okay, dude, you've got 3 and you've missed 2. So I dropped the lid for my marker. I'm never gonna be able to find it. Oh wait, I did. I guessed where it might be, and my fingers fell on it. My marker shall not run dry tonight. Big fan, glad to be back. And Cave TVHR lets Kirby know that we're playing the known Ramones game, and Pepito is guessing whether names we spit are actual Ramones or ones that we made up. Anyway,
And go see Atrophy live when they come to your city.
who's that?
The band Kirby plays in.
Oh yeah, for sure. I forgot the name. Beautiful. Anyway, what?
Oh,
Hello?
Atrophy.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Okay, sorry. Beautiful.
Hello.
Yes. All right. So the people who won the contract to build CHS were Kern. What's the third?
Durham.
I always forget the it's Kern.
Durham.
It's Kern, Smith, and Durham. I know Durham. I just couldn't remember the second one's name. Anyway, a few years later, what year was this? This was... No. Oh. Okay, I don't think I have the year written down, but a few years after CHS was built, the school board had a meeting and the issue was brought up about somebody being thrown off of the wall at the main building. And hold on, we have to give a shout out to first time chatter Prior Faction TMVH1 017 or who says that the best viewers boost core x.online free 25 viewers at Cup 9 in ZR1. So So now you know, Pepito. That's where you get viewers. But anyway, at this school board meeting, they were discussing how somebody was thrown off of the wall at the high school, and they had big debate about it. And Durham told them that the cost to build a rail on the wall would be where do I have it written down? Oh yeah. Durham said it would cost $5,000 to create a rail high enough to where kids wouldn't be able to jump off or be thrown off of the wall at the high school, which in today's money is $35,000. Well, $35,062.77. That is a really expensive wall, and I'm glad they didn't invest in it, because I think being thrown off of the wall or hung off of the wall is a rite of passage, truly. And geez Louise, time is flying. We're running out of stuff here, Pepito. That is taking care of Carlsbad High School. I want to talk about NMSUC. You know?
Yeah. Let's go there.
Brother Binks asks if I was hung off the wall, and I was only hung off the wall by Cave TVHR. That's the only person to ever hang me off of the wall. But NMSUC, did you go there ever?
Yeah, I used to go see shows when they throw shows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I saw Elena Break Me Down.
Oh gosh. Elena
CJ
Break
was
Me Down. Is that
there.
the first Elena Break Me Down mention on Caveman News? I feel like we probably
Hope not.
have mentioned them before. There's a great video on YouTube of a show there at the NMSUC. Cinderoni went to NMSUC for a year, and Brother Binks says, "Oh yeah, Brother Binks is just naming the members of Elena Break Me Down."
He's just gonna have them reunite for his mayor ball.
Truly, he should, if only. Okay, so NMSUC. I really liked the story of the building of this one. There was... Okay, no, that's not it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, that's wrong. See, there are multiple times where there are disputes between architects, and the NMSUC dispute came about because... Okay. See, here's the real problem is I don't write big enough so that I can read it in the moment, and I can't find the notes that I made. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so NMSUC, we have a picture of the plans for that one right here. And I like it. I don't really have a conception because I can't remember how the NMSUC looked. It's been many years, but I never took classes there. I'm pretty sure I went to some shows there, and I did take a media class for summer school, and that's where I met Julia Manganero and Brandon Price McDaniel. That's where I met them. And then one time when I was living in Phoenix, I had to come back to Carlsbad to take a driving course because I had too many speeding tickets because I was a real devil, you know. So I came back to Carlsbad to attend driving at NMSUC, but that is the extent of my experience. And I just had it. NMSUC. Oh, there we go. So the building of that was awarded to. I was a menace on the road. The building of NMSUC was awarded. The contract was awarded to Kern, Smith, and Durham Associates, the architects who built the CHS, as we just discussed. And then all of a sudden, it's one of the officials at it's the director of NMSUC said that he didn't like the building proposed. But I did not forget how to drive. I can drive perfectly. Anyway, the contract was awarded to Kern, Smith, and Durham, and then the director of NMSUC said he hated their plans. He didn't like them at all. And so he brought in an outside architecture firm from Albuquerque to design their version of what NMSUC could look like. And that was a big controversy. There were a lot of letters to the editor and articles in the paper that talk about how the controversies tearing the city apart and everything. And as it should, there should not be. I don't want architects from Albuquerque coming down here to our neck of the woods and telling us how to build our junior college. That's offensive. And eventually they took it to a vote, and who was the voter? It was the Board of Regents. They voted and they approved the plans by Kern, Smith, and Durham. The good guys, the Carlsbad firm, won out. It was beautiful. What more could you ask for? Sean Ramone.
Sean Ramone. Definitely a Ramone.
What?
Yes.
Okay. That one is false. I threw that one in to trip you up. So you're tied up. You're 3 false, 3 true. I thought I would get you with that one because after you confirmed that CJ Ramone was a real Ramone, I thought, oh, then he'll definitely fall for Sean, because why not? So you're all tied up, Pepito. But let's get back to it. I think the building I would like to talk about is the library. Who doesn't love the library? Now that's a place I've spent time in. Do you love it? Do you have opinions? Any feelings? Any memories? Any gut reactions to hearing about the Carlsbad Library?
Oh, yeah, I love that place. It's cool.
Yeah.
Love
Same
the skateboard
here.
statue out front.
The what
And the lady
statue?
reading her books.
Oh, yeah. The lady reading her books. That's a beautiful one. Now, the building of the... Love them doors. I do, too. The building of Carlsbad's library was interesting because it was a project that was put forth by a group that I've read a little bit about, and I feel like we could do a whole episode about, but I haven't done the research yet. There was, in the late 1800s, there was a group called... What are they called? The Literary Club. The Women's Literary Club. It was an all-women's club. They were the Literary Club, and they were trying to increase the literacy of Carlsbad, and they wanted to put together a library, and they did it. The main lady that was responsible for the building of the library was Mrs. Flora Stokes Ryan, and she was representing the literacy club and kind of spearheading the building of a library. And she got a councilman named Oliver C. Quinn to help out. You know, Oliver says, "Yeah, I'm gonna back this. I'm your support on the city council," and he wanted his Oliver had big plans. You know, he wasn't just supporting the ladies building a library. He had ideas about what the library should be like. He wanted it to be 2 stories tall and with the museum on the top floor, you know? So library on the bottom and then a second story just for the museum. And he wanted a fountain out in front of the front doors of the place because he wanted to dedicate it to his wife. So they built a fountain, or the plan was to build a fountain in honor of his wife. And that was his idea. So they went and they hired a local architect named W.L. McAtee, and he loved this Councilman Quinn's ideas. He loved the idea of it being 2 stories. He loved the idea of there being the fountain out front. And the woman who kind of led the literacy club and was pushing for this library, she did not like those plans. But the councilman and the architect both thought that was a great idea. You there, Pepito?
Yeah.
Okay. It looked like you were asleep. Okay.
I was looking for this photo. I saw Bob's Hope.
Bob's Hope?
Bob Hope's house.
Yeah?
The other day.
Oh. You were traveling outside of Carlsbad?
Yeah, I made a segment.
Oh, you had a segment. Well, I hope that we can play that next week. That will be beautiful. But anyway, so the councilman and the architect both loved the councilman's ideas, even though the woman who was kind of pushing for the library didn't like it. And Miss Flora Smith Ryan, or Flora Stokes Ryan, was a very pragmatic and she was very pragmatic and knew how to get along with people and everything. So she said, "You know what? I don't like your plans, but I'm going to trust that you guys know what you're doing." So they made a vow. All the women of the literacy club would not go and see the library being built until it was finished, you know? They said, "Hey, we're not going to go and muck up your business. You build it. We're going to stay out of your way, and we're just going to stand over here." I think that's very, very kind. Don't you?
Yes, it's very kind.
Absolutely.
So kind of them.
Absolutely. So, it's the literary
Kind
club.
bar.
Huh?
Like a kind of bar.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I know the name, but I can't remember what they're like. I do not know. Anyway, so the ladies stayed away, let the men build this building for them, and I just really liked how when the women of the literary club went to see the library when it finally was finished and completed, they showed up and they walked in and they all decided they hated it. They did not like it at all. And one woman pointed out that there were steps going up to the adults section, and then there were steps going up to the children's section, and then there were steps over here and steps over there. And the lady turned to the architect and said, "Have you ever even been in a library? Why would you build this with all these steps everywhere? How are we supposed to push a book cart around?" And that was really, I don't know, that was a great point. They did not consider at all when they were building the library how it would function. And so eventually, the woman who helped, Flora Stokes Ryan, ended up being the head librarian, and she ran it for years. And she would never push around a book cart. She would carry the books up and down the stairs everywhere, and she hated it. And within a couple of, I think it was within a decade or two, they completely removed the fountain that the councilman had requested be put there in memory of his wife. And the councilman disappeared, and he left town and was never seen again. I like to think that the ladies beat his ass. That's my fantasy interpretation. Oh my gosh, we're going way too long, Pepito. We need to finish up. What buttons do I have here? We can skip all that. I do like this. I just liked this little ad for Food Jet where they pointed out that they're, at least, I can't read it right now, but it did mention that they wanted to thank the local architect who designed their building, and they were kind of shouting out how they designed it locally, and I think that's very cool. Food Jet forever. We love Food Jet, don't we, Pepito?
Food Jet. They used to love skateboarding on their metal curb outside.
You would.
But they didn't like it.
The Food Jet Gap.
Sure.
Marky Ramone.
True. Yes.
That's true. Wow, you know your Ramones, Pepito. I mean, you play like you don't know, but I think you really, really do. Yes, we do need a Pepito prayer. We have to close this thing out. There were more architectural things I wanted to get to, but somehow we didn't get to them. But we need to close things out, Pepito. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, then, let me begin the... Yeah, we're going to have architecture part 2. Yeah, Corn Freak, he's pointing out that you are a Ramones aficionado, Pepito. Let's begin the ceremony of closing out this show.
I can see Kirby
Huh?
rocking the Rick Owens Ramones shoe.
No,
You
wait,
too. I
what?
can see you and him just like.
Oh, you
rocking
can
the
picture
Rick
us
Owens
doing it?
Ramones.
Yeah, right. You say that because you've just revealed yourself as the biggest Ramones fan in Carlsbad, and maybe you're trying to tar the rest of us with the same brush. But as I said, we are closing out the show, and I have the lyric of the week. And Pepito, are you going to be offended if I don't have the lyric memorized this week and I have it written down? Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
You
here-
invented this segment.
No, I didn't, man.
Yes,
It
you
was-
did.
No, I didn't. It was passed down. It was
You
the
did.
No, it was the higher ups here at Cave TV. They forced me to. They forced me to do this stuff, Pepito. I don't want to do any of this. I hate talking into a blue
You
microphone.
love lyrics.
I do not. Anyway, for April 4th, 2026, here's the lyric of the week. There is a man, a certain man, and for the poor you can be sure that he'll do all he can. Who is this one? Whose favorite son? Just by his action has attraction magnets on the run. Who likes to smoke? Enjoys a joke. And wouldn't get a bit upset if he were really broke. With wealth and fame, he's still the same. I'll bet you 5 you're not alive if you don't know his name. That one comes from the White Stripes song Union Forever. And my guest invite for this week goes out to Meg White. Meg White, if you're watching this right now, live, you are hereby invited to come on Caveman News. Beautiful. All right. What else you got, Pepito? Anything that, any pressing issues?
I just wanted to show like one part of the segment.
Okay, yeah, you can go for it. But okay,
Is that possible?
I guess, but you're not gonna have audio, and I would prefer to see the whole thing next week when we can have audio and have it big. And but if you want to show at least one part of it, take it away, brother. Let's go.
No, I don't see the thing anymore. It's okay. Let's go.
What do you mean you don't see the thing?
The pause button.
Do you have the source selected? You have to have it selected in your list of sources.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Why not? Okay,
I
whatever.
just want to pray.
Oh, well, yes, we do need to do that. All right, yes. Let's let me gear this up. Do you mind if I score your prayer?
No, that's how they go now.
What do you mean? What?
Score it.
I feel like you're mad at me for wanting to score your. Okay,
Sorry.
if you want to do it, you do it. I'm sorry. I just wanted to play. That's fine. Go for it.
Dear Lord, thank you for everything. I'm very grateful. Amen.
Wow. What? That's like some people's favorite part of the show, Pepito. You don't feel like doing it tonight?
I just did it.
Okay. I feel like you're mad
Sometimes my
and you're
prayers are
punishing me,
small.
but
You're not punished, man. You're amazing.
well, people are going to be very disappointed because they really look forward to your prayer and they're in the chat asking for it. And
Oh, fuck.
yeah, well,
Sorry.
okay. Well, all right then. Fine. Then I guess we are done for the night. Let's go one more.
Thank you, DJ Ricky K.
Yeah, thank you, DJ Ricky K. My favorite Cave TV camera person. Anyway, here's your last one for the night.
Soy charista. Soy charista.
Mario Ramone.
Oh.
Wow, you nailed it. Pepito, nobody
So good.
knows the Ramones like you do. Beautiful. All right. You nailed that one. So 1, 2, 3. You missed 3. And you got 5. You're a certified expert, Pepito. Your prize money is in the mail for that incredible performance. Yes, happy Easter. I see Brother Binks say in the chat. Wait, hang on. Cave TV HR says they are on strike until the segment plays. So, great. Now we have another strike issue here at Cave TV. Beautiful. Whatever. All right. All right. Excellent. Good luck. Hope you find a bunch of eggs tomorrow and all that. Next week, we're going to run back a topic from exactly 2 years ago. Well, not exactly. Maybe 2 years and a day or a couple of days. Anyway, please join us next week. We are Dafu 1312. If you're here next week, then we'll see you to talk about treasures. To treasure.
Man is a coil.
I got everything in the pallet.
It's that sorry cat.
Treasure.
Get back to you with my shirt.
Charizer.